What's good? What's good? It's the one and only, but what do I know, boxing, coming back at y'all with another one, man. So we got Ryan Garcia saying that he has offered a fair deal, quote unquote, a fair deal to Devin Haney. All right, I want to go ahead and get into it, man. It looks like Ryan is trying to make this fight, but as always, man, when you have someone that brings a lot of money against somebody who has the better legacy, that makes it very hard in negotiations. So I hope that they can make this fight. But let's go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna read into it and then we'll talk about it. All right. So shout out to boxingnews24.com. It says Ryan Garcia offering fair deal to Haney. Can Devin Haney swallow his pride? Now, off top, I'm not even gonna lie to you, just based the way, you know, boxing and the way these guys do things, when they say, oh, I'm offering him a fair deal, chances are it's not really it's a deal that they feel like it's fair for them, but I don't know about the opponent. So I don't know, man. But again, I've always stated this: when coming, the hardest type of negotiations to make is one when you're dealing with a fighter that has a better legacy against a fighter that has a better following, like a better. So when you have business versus legacy, in this situation you have Ryan Garcia, who brings in majority of the money, but you have Devin Haney, who has done a lot more in his career than Ryan Garcia. So those are the hardest type of deals to make right there, because mainly actually it's 100% based off of egos. But let's go ahead and talk about it. Let's read it. So it says Ryan Garcia took to social media to let Devin Haney and the fans know that he's going to offer him the most fair deal to make the fight between them next. King Ryan says the only one that can stop the fight from taking place is Haney. It's in his hands. Ryan's fair deal, and they put quotation marks over fair deal, comment is code language to let Haney know who the star is in the fight. Haney's title means zero when it comes to fans. He's not a draw. See, I told you, and I guarantee you that's what's gonna stop the fight from happening right there, bro. I guarantee you that's what's gonna stop the fight from happening right there. Saying that Devin Haney's not a draw. Devin Haney obviously did 16,000 in his crowd. That's exactly around what, or not exactly, I can't, because that doesn't make sense, but that's around what Ryan Garcia does in his crowd attendance for his fights. So but I'm telling you right now, that's gonna be the holdup right there. Devin is essentially a paper champion at 140. Who is this? Okay. All right, bro. I'm sick of these dudes, bro. All right, I know I did one last time. Oh my gosh, Devin is not a paper champion. He won the belt off of Regis Prograis. Regis Prograis was the champion. Devin Haney is not a champion. A paper champion. Anyway, so I'm gonna skip that. If Haney's pride gets in the way, as it did recently when he stubbornly refused to fight, what the hell is wrong with these people, man? Oh my gosh, I really gotta start reading these before I put them on live like this. If Haney's pride gets in the way, as it did recently when he stubbornly refused to fight Tank Davis, which is definitely not true at all. Tank Davis' team does not want to fight Devin Haney, bro. That's just okay. Anyways, he'll be out of luck and won't get the Ryan fight. It would be best for Haney to swallow his pride and stay humble, because he fumbled his last attempt to get in a fight by failing to agree with what was needed to fight the king of 135 pounds, which is Tank Davis. Pride is Devin's. I'm not finna read this. I'm sorry. I'm not finna read this. I'm just not finna read this, bro. Like that's ridiculous. But I will go on to say this. This is what Ryan Garcia had to say. Everyone wants to know what I feel about my next fight. My whole thing is I have gave the fans an option, and everybody, even if it was close, they wanted me to fight Haney, and that's how I wanted to move, said Ryan Garcia on social media, talking about why he chose to try to put a fight together with WBC light welterweight champion Devin Haney. All right, so I'm gonna just skip the rest of these, because this is just This is ridiculous, bro, what they're saying. Ryan continues to say, if you guys decide something, I want to do everything in my power to make it happen. Ryan continued, just like you guys wanted me to fight Tank that time, even though I had a lot to do with, even though I had a lot of things to make it happen, because I want to be a man of my word to you guys. You guys can trust me. Each time I say something, I'm going to try and do it. The same thing here. You guys want this Devin Haney fight, and now I'm going to make it happen. I've been messaging Devin, and Devin at times has messaged me back. All right. I messaged Eddie Hearn. I messaged everybody you could think that could make this fight happen, said Ryan. Look, it's like looking at it. Look, it's looking. What? Look, oh, okay, I get what you're saying. Look, it's looking like it. The only thing that can stop this fight from happening is him, which is Devin Haney, because I'm ready to fight. All right. So, and then he continues to say, I'm ready to make the most fair and honorable deal to make the fight. So that's where I stand. If he doesn't want that, then the only time it won't happen. If he doesn't want that, then that's the only time it won't happen. And guess what? It'll be exposed. Devin, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm skipping over a lot because a lot of this stuff is a bunch of bull. I'm just reading over what Ryan Garcia is saying. Devin, you want this fight? I want this fight. Tank doesn't want to fight you. I do point blank, period. So if you want to fight me, I want to fight you, then there you go. It shouldn't change anything, Ryan said. That's the plan. I'm very interested in defeating Devin Haney. All right, so let's talk about it. All right, man. So listen, I'm not so sure. I mean, obviously they're not gonna give us the details unless if it unfolds, and then maybe one of them would expose it. But you know, for one, if Ryan is offering a fair deal, you know, shout out to Ryan Garcia for trying to make things happen. I'm actually, this is a good sign. He did, you know, he did do what he had to do to make the Tank Davis fight. So I'm hoping that he's keeping his word and offering what he feels like is a fair deal. But the thing is, what he may feel like a fair deal and what Devin Haney may feel like a fair deal could be two completely different things, which means that would be a roadblock in making the fight happen. Granted, Ryan Garcia does have the following, but let's not act like, I mean, bro, Devin Haney just put a lot of butts in the seats in his last fight against Regis Prograis, selling out with 16,000 crowd, like having a crowd of 16,000 people there. You can't say that Devin Haney isn't a draw. He is a draw. Now, as far as Ryan Garcia goes, I mean, that's the same amount of numbers that Ryan Garcia does. Now, granted, he had a fight with Tank Davis that did like 1.4 million pay-per-view buys, and that's great. But we don't know what Ryan Garcia would do on his own. For y'all that like to say, oh, well, Ryan did 1.4 million with Tank, you know, those numbers automatically mean he's bringing in a lot of views. Like, bro, let's not forget, bro, Canelo Alvarez did 2.2 million with Floyd Mayweather, right? Now, when Canelo Alvarez went on his own, and in his next fight, he did a pay-per-view fight with Alfredo Angulo, that did 300,000. All right, his fight against Erislan Delar did around the same. Hold on. Well, yeah. So it did around about 300,000. So, you know, I said that to say just because you do high numbers because it takes two to make a pay-per-view fight, right? So just because you do high numbers with Tank, that doesn't mean that you'll consistently do those high numbers on your own. We don't know. We've never seen Ryan Garcia in a pay-per-view fight without Tank. So, I mean, it's not, but we do know that he has a following. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and act like he doesn't, but it's not a fact that he would just be bringing in a whole lot of, you know, pay-per-view revenues or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know what the offer is, but I feel like if he thinks that he's the A side, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's again, because like I've always stated, unfortunately in boxing, bro, is when you negotiate, it is business first, legacy second. You know, you can look at like Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence with that, you know. So yeah, but the difference though with that is both of them were champions. Like, Ryan Garcia has never been a world champion. You know what I'm saying? Ryan Garcia has his resume is nowhere near on the level of Devin Haney. Devin Haney has definitely fought the better opposition, like, by far. So I don't know, man. But you know, again, Ryan does bring in the followers. So I don't know. Hopefully they can make this fight happen, man. I really hope that they don't find anything to slow this fight down, because this does make for a good fight. You know what I'm saying? So let me know what you guys think, man. Who would you see winning this fight? Do you want to see this fight happen next? Who do you feel like is the A side? Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. But what do I know?